And so there's some things that I'm going to be able to do by executive order. I'm not going to hesitate to do it. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do what used to, Benita, you probably used to get angry with me during the debates when you'd have some of the people you were supporting say, on day one, I'm going to executive order to do this. Not within the constitutional authority. I am not going to violate the Constitution. Executive authority that my progressive friends talk about is way beyond the bounds. And as one of you said, maybe you, Reverend, now, whether it's far left or far right, there is a Constitution. It's our only hope, our only hope. And the way to deal with it is where I have executive authority, I will use it to undo every single damn thing this guy has done by executive authority. But I'm not going to exercise executive authority where it's questioned.
After another, a veritable blizzard of executive orders and directives for the new administration. Combined, 40 in all. But whether it's halting drilling on federal lands, stopping the Keystone XL pipeline, or ending construction on the border wall, critics charge the one thing this administration has done plenty of in 10 days is kill jobs. A Save the Planet posture spearheaded by a man whose family's private jet over the past year has emitted as much carbon as around 36 typical passenger cars would. Critics also blasted the 78-year-old president who insisted on the campaign trail that he'd have a plan to tackle the virus on day one for not actually having one. Witness this admission after just a few days on the job.
There's nothing we can do to change the trajectory of the pandemic in the next several months.
From suspending the sale of military goods to U.S. Mideast partners, to the administration's relatively muted response to recent provocations by Beijing toward Taiwan, to its ban on travel to the U.S. from the U.K., Ireland, and 26 other Eurozone countries, as well as Brazil and South Africa over COVID concerns. And speaking of COVID, blame shifting for failures with distribution and availability has begun to wear thin on many, including those on the left, especially with tens of millions of Americans out of work, countless businesses on the brink, and a $1.9 trillion relief plan that's
I remember going over convincing our team, or others too, convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, what, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid.